Try this again. Okay. Is this working? I'm so sorry, you guys, for having to do this. I tried using the new podcast studio stuff to do my live stream. And I don't know. I think it was like too much stuff to try to process, and it froze up the chat. So I couldn't see your guys' chat. I think you guys were still there, but I couldn't see any new chat or anything. I don't know if it was just because I have so much stuff hooked up to the live stream all at once. I have no idea. I don't know. And there's something wrong with my MacBook. Like when I started installing all of this live streaming software into my MacBook, now I have to run it in safe mode to like use Final Cut to edit videos or really to do anything. So, and I don't know much about Macs and I don't have time to figure it out. So, sorry, we're just gonna have to use my MacBook and the speakers and microphone and camera on that until I can figure this stuff out. Or if I have to, I've kind of noticed it doesn't matter how good of a MacBook you buy, they have like a shelf life of 2 years. Like this one that I use to edit my videos was like, I think just about $5,000 to spec this one out. And it's just 2 years old and it's already starting to crap out. Planned obsolescence, I guess. So yeah, at least you guys found your way back here again. But so man, I had like this whole thing planned for the live stream too, because I have it set up now so I have like a rover cam, so I can switch to my phone and I can take the live stream from here and I can like walk around with it. And then I had the ability I had like a little ticker and stuff on the screen, and I had the ability to screen share so I could like go to stuff and there was picture in picture and I'd be in the corner of the screen. It was really, really neat how it was set up, and I was gonna try and make these live streams like different for you guys, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't work. I don't really have the time to figure this stuff out. So am I starting a podcast? I was gonna try to, but clearly it's a lot harder than I thought using all the software. I bought all the equipment to do it, but I don't know. It's a lot of work, and I have zero free time to invest in this stuff. So I was trying to get it all set up so I could just like do it, and it was like little time invested, but I don't have any time. Like after I'm done this live stream with you guys, I have to prep for a car review and continue editing the video that I've been shooting all week. And yeah, so I don't have spare time. Is that a can mic? No, this is a soda can. This is the boom mic that I would be talking to you guys on had I been able to figure this stuff out. But yeah. Anyway, this is like super impromptu now because everything I wanted to do I can't do. So, oh well. But how many years? About half of you guys in here that were in here originally. It's kind of a bummer. Well, anyway, I guess I'll just chat with you guys rather than have a point to this live stream at this point. Hope my first guest is a tuner. Nope. I don't have anyone to tune the Celica still. So, yeah. It's kind of a bummer. I was hoping that at least I would have somebody reach out from the videos, but I guess not. I don't know. Am I using OBS Studio? Yes, I'm using OBS Studio. I don't understand why none of this worked. It was like literally all like hooked up. I don't know if it's just my MacBook crashed. If anyone's watching this and knows about Macs, maybe you understand. I don't know what problem it could be. I just updated to the new Mac software too, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but if I try to do anything not in safe mode, like if I try to open Final Cut and do anything in Final Cut not in safe mode, it instantly just gets pinwheel of death and freezes and I can't do anything. So I have to run pretty much everything on my laptop in safe mode right now. Don't do the software updates. I know, I usually don't. And I was like, well, I might as well because I'm going to try to do a podcast and I want to make sure the computer is like super up to date. And yeah, that was smart. Thank you, Brian, for the super chat. How many hours does it take to film, edit car reviews? Car reviews usually takes me, depends if it's an off-road review, it takes 2 full days to film. So I have to wear the same clothes twice in a row. So it's like congruent. So it usually takes me 2 full days. Like a non-off-road car review, I can almost get the whole thing done in 1 day. And then it takes me about 8 to 12 hours to edit the car review. And then project car videos, I generally have 4 like 10 to 12 hour days of labor in the shop and then another 12 hours of editing. And yeah, I upload 2 videos a week and that's more than 7 days of work, but that's what I do every day, every week. Thank you, Haystacks. Fun to get a dedicated PC for the podcast. I mean, this is like it's a 2023 MacBook Pro, and it was spec'd out as high as you could spec out a MacBook Pro. I thought I future-proofed myself. I guess not. So, thank you. Auto hire editor. I can't hire an editor. I flat out like there's no one that's gonna be able to edit videos like how I edit videos. I'm not trying to say that in like a cocky way. I'm just trying to say that as like the stuff that's in my head that makes my videos like unique. No one's gonna be able to do that. So if I hire an editor, the videos are likely just gonna be generic and like cookie cutter and I don't know. And to hire an editor good enough to replicate like the way I do videos, I can't afford that. So thank you, Mark Tech. What's the best sounding engine and why is it the VR6? 12 valve or 24 valve? How many bottles of Robo bubble have you gone through? I don't go through bottle. I have gallons of my product, so I just refill my and I have 32 ounce sprayers. I was gonna sell the 32 ounce sprayers, but it's too expensive to have that much product on hand. It's too risky, so maybe one day. Someone said Buso V6. Those shots fired at the VR6 comment. You should do a series where you learn to hone a skill, say welding. Yeah, that's not something you can just film. Like that'd be like a 5-year-long series. That's like insulting to anyone that is a master welder to say that I could do that. Like you need years of practice to become like that level of a welder. I don't want to just like film a couple bullshit videos and be like, look, I'm a pro when I still suck, and everyone that actually knows how to weld and has been doing it their whole life would be like, that's bullshit. So thank you, Roger. Inside my head is a scary place. Thank you, Joseph, for the penguin. You love the fallout remover? Yeah, it works good. I like the fallout. I use the fallout remover for weird random stuff. Like not really even detailing. What? I want you to do videos that are correlated. We consider collaboration. I mean, I'm not against collaborating with people. I usually don't reach out to people to collaborate just because I don't have time. Thank you, Tony Pede. Did I say that correct? Pede. Oh yeah, it looks like I got most of you back now in the live stream. That's good. Hello from Pittsburgh, PA. You need to do more burnout videos. Why? Like what's the point? I never like found that entertaining, like doing a burnout. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't drunk enough. Penguin wears Batman? I don't get it. Oh, I get it. Do I have stuffed penguins in my merch? I do. You can buy the penguins. Do the MR2's T-tops leak? No, because I have brand new genuine Toyota weather stripping. I rebuilt the T-tops on that, and I rebuilt the T-tops, did the seals on that, and I did the seal on the chassis side of the car. So it's all the weather stripping on the car, other than like the stuff that holds the quarter glass and the rear and front windshield in, is brand new. Words of wisdom on how to fix a cracked dash. Not to give away free advertising, and I'm not sponsored by this company, but there's that, they're called Just Dashes, I think, is the company, and that's what they do. They tear it apart to the foam, and they rebuild the dash the way the factory rebuilds it, and then they re-stretch the leather over it. That's the only right way to do it, I would say. Hello from, it says hello from Alabama. I don't know why I read that fast, and I thought it said Hidden Valley, Alabama. And I was like, is that where the salad dressing comes from? Do I like skylines? I mean, yeah, sunset is pretty nice when you're out in the desert. That was a really bad joke, huh? Favorite car I own? Quattro. What's the origin and the backstory of the penguins? I really don't know at this point. I think literally when I used to do mail time, someone sent me a bag of 30 of those stuffed penguins, and I just became obsessed with them since. Thank you, Roger, for super chat. Ever think of doing a Datsun B10 as a project car? I don't want to say yes, I think of doing anything as a project car, because I have 2 cars waiting to do after the Celica, and I had no clue that I knew the Celica was going to take about 2 years, but I didn't know it was going to take, I should have kind of expected, because I went overboard on that thing, but I can't wait to be done the car. And after the video I put out tomorrow on it, I've got a couple videos left I can do before it just literally needs a tune. I'm gonna do a string alignment here in the shop on it, and then I gotta bleed the brakes, speedometer cable, hook up the parking brake cables. I gotta figure out a way to connect the OEM parking brake cable to those Willwoods. I don't know if they make something for it. And I gotta finish what I started, and then start doing shakedown stuff. That's about it. So, what thinks Ice Wolf 23? Which generation Lancer Evo would I choose? 7, because nobody ever says a 7, literally ever. Do I like Hot Wheels? Yes. When will I finish the rally car? Sorry, the thing is twitching out. My chat stream just went like it was trying to speak Braille. I don't know. I don't honestly know what to do with the Focus at this point. Not enough people were interested in watching it to the point where the car was costing more money to do than I was even earning off of YouTube revenue, and I have to survive. So that's why I kind of stopped on the Focus. What do I think of the Slate pickup truck? See, that's why I had my whole live streaming thing I was super excited about the whole live streaming thing that I was going to use with the podcast studio and the mics, and to be able to do the picture in picture, because then I could bring stuff up on the screen and talk about it, and we were going to be able to do a little news thing. I'm really bummed out. I don't know. Maybe I'll I'm going to try to figure this out. Maybe I'll do like a live stream, like a private live stream or like a members only live stream. So that way members won't care if it's a disaster. And I'll try to figure this out to try to do it next time. I got fast enough internet here. I just don't know what happened. Like I have a thing on my screen that says, warning, the stream's current bit rate, 2665 kbps, is lower than recommended bit rate. We recommend you use as something. I don't even know what the hell that means. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. But is a Dodge Stealth my next project car? Absolutely not. Celica finish date. I can't guess that. All I know is I'm getting pretty close to running out of stuff to do on it. I just need to get the car literally so I gotta figure out the cam trig. I swapped over the cam trig in the software to that of a 2GR because the 2GR V6 uses the same style 3-wire cam trig as a 2UZ VVTi. So in theory, that should be the correct setting now. But now I think the base time is like 180 out. And I'm like really reluctant to just keep cranking and cranking and cranking on this thing without it actually running, because then it's just like dumping fuel. And I don't know. It probably wouldn't hurt it, but still, I want like somebody that actually knows UZ engines and Toyota, like an engineer that understands Toyota sensors, to go in there and be like beep boop bop and get it going, and then I can take it to a dyno. Favorite comedian? Theo Vaughn. That dude's brain is just like meshes with my brain. His jokes just click. I can see part of your question. Let me move this screen out of the way. 82 Datsun 720 ST needs. I don't know what that super chat was for, but thank you. I don't know if it was a question or a statement. Cartoon NZ. Yeah, I've watched some of his videos. I don't know if he offers services, but that would probably be the best person. Do I rank my viewers? I don't understand your question, Chris Adams. What does that mean? Do I rank my viewers? I mean, the member thing has rank to it. The chat members. I don't know what you mean by that. I think super chat was recommendation for a dots. Oh. You guys will see the new project soon enough. You already know the Z. You'll see that this month, possibly. I don't know when. Have I tried getting on Facebook Tundra groups? No. I have no desire to use Facebook or Facebook groups. That just sounds miserable. Is the V Celica almost done? Yeah, probably like 97%. But the thing is, like, the stuff at the end is super intricate and tedious, and like I know I do YouTube for a living and I make these car videos for a living, and the views are what pay for it and stuff, but I refuse to half-ass stuff and make it look just good for YouTube to get views. Like, I'm gonna either do the job or like don't do it at all. Like, do it correctly or don't do it at all. That's my mentality with it. So like the cut and buff that I've been doing on the car, like for YouTube, it would have been good just to knock it all out in one video. But anyone that has ever done a cut and buff on a car with high-end quality, really hard paints, is doing all the work by yourself, knows that that's like way more labor than you can cram in 3 days of work while trying to film it and stuff. So yeah, it may not be great analytically. It might hurt me on the YouTube side of things, but I gotta do the job right. Thank you, Frank G. You giggled when you saw the trailer for the Geostorm. Geo. I like, what was the one that was based off the Impulse? Well, that was the Storm, yeah. Do or do not. There is no try. That sounds like a song. Howdy from South Dakota. What is my daily driver? The Bronco, but I don't drive it daily. I drive the cars that I review. So that's why the Bronco has like 14,000 miles and change on it. I've had it 3.5 years. And the Forester only has 49,000 miles on it, and I've had it 10 years. Thanks, Tony, for the super chat. Ask for Subaru for a new Baja model. Car manufacturers don't give a shit about me. Just because I review cars doesn't mean I'm important. Hello from Michigan. Do your best all time. Like all time impression of something? I'm not good at impressions. I couldn't do impressions. Oh, that was another thing I was gonna ask. I mean, it doesn't really work because I'm not using this, but is it echoey in here? Do you feel like on this tiny MacBook speaker that I'm speaking to, does it sound like there's an echo or no? Because all those little hexagons on the wall, they're sound panels, so it's supposed to like help with sound in here. I probably wouldn't be able to tell off these crappy speakers. It's a little, I would imagine this would completely remove any of it. If the screen just bounced, it's because my laptop is placed precariously on a cardboard box like this big on the edge of my desk. So if I bumped the desk, my laptop would fall over and break. Kind of sounds like echo. Yeah, I mean, it would have been really sweet if I could have used the right camera and the microphone. But I don't know. I don't really know how to set this stuff up. You're getting a 15 Cadillac SRX. Did you ever do a review of one? No, I have not. I think I've only reviewed a couple Cadillacs. Harry Cardboard. I hate Harry Cardboard. That is the stupidest thing an automotive manufacturer could do. Like, I get it. They do it to make it quieter inside the vehicle. But it's like absolute nonsense. It traps the dust off your brakes in it and road grime. And like, you can't scrub it. It'll start to deteriorate if you try to clean it. You can pressure wash it, but how many times can you really blast that stuff until it starts to disintegrate? It's such a stupid thing. And it's literally just because people complain about NVH in vehicles. Like, that's why I always mention Harry Cardboard, because I think it's the dumbest thing that manufacturers put in new vehicles, especially under a car too. It's even more ignorant on an off-road vehicle when it's under the vehicle. Like, you hit one stick, branch, rock, anything off-road, and it's gonna tear that nonsense. Traps for squirrel fur. Yeah, if you hit a fur, you'll literally shave. If you hit a squirrel, you'll literally shave the squirrel's back. If you run it over. I ran over a possum once, like a long time ago. I was really sad. I was in Florida, and I was driving in front of what's the restaurant where you pull up to the windows? It's supposed to be like a 50s diner, but the food just gives you diarrhea. What is that place? Sonic. I was driving by a Sonic, and a possum ran out in front of me. And I don't think I killed it, though. I think it hit the plastic undershield and just like gave it a headache. Even with the other mic, it needs more treatment. We'll see. Because when I was doing testing with it, it sounded pretty amazing. I don't know. You guys did see 3 minutes of what happened on the first attempt of the live stream. Did you just see me like awkwardly talking into a void until I finally quit the live stream? Or did it like actually freeze or quit? I'm kind of curious. Because it said it lasted for like 3 minutes, and then I think that's how long it went until I killed it. Your mom hit a dove? What? Your mom hit a dove and had to extract it at the next restroom? Oh, like pull off an I was really confused because you said your mom hit a dove and then had to extract it from the restroom. I thought you meant like she physically like fist fought a dove and then somehow it became lodged in her body and had to get rid of it in a restroom. But you mean like pulled off at a rest area. Talking into the void. I do that every time I talk to my cat Squid. He's really, having an all black cat's kind of cute because whenever it like licks itself, it sticks out its tongue. You just see these two little eyeballs and this little red like triangle come out of its face hole. Dove in the grill. Am I near an Air Force base? Yeah, DM. You hear all the aircraft from DM. Doesn't matter where you are in Tucson, like you're not getting away from aircraft. That and the F-16s from TIA. They just echo off the mountains everywhere. You enjoy my unique approach for things. Thank you, John Morgan. Your Robo bubble rocks. I appreciate how many people leaving comments randomly, like leaving product reviews saying that you really like it. I mean, I tested the products for like a year before I started selling it, so I only wanted to sell it if it was legit something that I was like, yeah, I can stand behind that. And the thing that sold me on it first, the first thing I was like, absolutely, was the quick detail spray. And then the glass cleaner that I don't sell yet, and I don't know if I ever will, just because I could see people accidentally messing up their windows. But I tested a glass cleaner formula with ammonia. But anyone that knows glass cleaner with ammonia will screw up window tint. That's actually what you use to remove the adhesive of old tint. But man, that stuff is insane. Like if you have old baked in bugs and stuff on the windshield of the glass, even some water spots, it just like took it off like that. Like the blue glass cleaner works really good, but that's window tint safe. The other stuff I was testing is not tint safe. I mean, I used it on the tint a couple times in the Bronco and nothing happened, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to sell it, but I don't think enough people would buy it because it's like a very specific item. And then, of course, someone will end up using it on their tint and being like, it ruined my tint. I just swallowed a burp. Spray away. Spray away. Sounds like something you get rid of bugs with. Hello from East Haven, Connecticut. Not wrong with ammonia. Call it tint destroyer. Good. You use mustard for cleaning windows? All right. Interesting. Stop working such long hours. You'll regret times missed. I will regret times missed. However, I also have to make a living. Times are expensive, as many of you all know. And these project cars I build on YouTube because I don't just use any old random part that I can get for discount or for free for doing a sponsorship. And I go kind of like OCD level on the cars. Like I literally use everything that I earn on YouTube to build these project cars. That's why you don't see a lot of what I do project car wise on YouTube, because it is not profitable in any way, shape, or form. That's why most people, when they do project cars, it's full of sponsored parts because they're financially intelligent. And I'm kind of financially a moron. So I don't know. I just like making good projects. You smelled, someone farted and they just let everyone know in the chat. That's great. Bob ist dein Onkel. That's how you say Bob is your uncle in German. Ein Mädchen ist unter einem Flugzeug. No, I'm not taking the car to SEMA. I don't. Well, for one, you have to get invited to SEMA, and generally you have to have someone's product on or in your vehicle to get it in your booth. And there's nothing sponsored on that car. And I don't want that'd just be a nightmare. You know, like if you've ever been to SEMA, you see so many people like rubbing up against vehicles, leaning against vehicles, turning around their backpacks, slamming into vehicle. Like, no, I don't know if anyone's watching this that has had a vehicle at SEMA. Would be very curious if you, after you left SEMA, if you had any like dings or scratches or paint defects or anything from exactly what I just said. Because I would imagine it has to be fairly, you can't have that many people in close proximity to a vehicle without picking up some kind of damage on your car. $744,000. What does that mean? Is that like Dumb and Dumber? 275,000 is for a supercar. I want to hang on to that. Any poop in car. Don't poop in your car. Unless you're Dirty Mike and the boys. Do I like beater cars? Hell yeah, I like beater cars. See the Celica at Autocross or anything? No, I don't think so. Cars have been damaged even up on lifts at SEMA. Really? Like in the air? Well, I mean, not from the act of putting it in the air, but from people underneath it? How the hell does that get pulled off? Thank you, Carl, for the exercise pair. I think that's what that is. Hand away from mouth, please. Oh, why? Am I going to get germs? Is that how you get sick? Yes, Mom. Would I do a wide body project? I mean, the Celica technically is. Technically. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. It was. It's every one of your birthdays, technically, eventually. Is anyone watching this that it's their birthday? Anybody? Anyone? Is anyone in your birthday? It's not Christmas. Would I do a GM project car? Yeah. I do a Firebird Firehawk, like a 94 to 90. Was it last year, the LT? 98? I think 99 is when it went to a LS. Like a 94 to a 98 Firebird Firehawk. Just an oddball. I'd do that for a GM project. Or something really old with a Detroit in it. A two-stroke Detroit. 99. 99 what? Will I K-swap my MR2? Absolutely not. Tools and lubricants sponsorships. I don't know what you mean. Are you asking a question? Why do they not have a petcock on the oil pan? I don't know. No, wait. The LT1 was 97. So 97 was the last year for the LT1? Party Leg is 1999. Okay. Review Maverick Lobo. One did pop up. I could review. I kind of want to. I've reviewed a Maverick like 4 times already. So it's like, how many times can I review a Maverick? It's kind of getting repetitive, but I am curious about it. I mean, this, like the 7-speed transmission in it, I believe is the same gearbox. They just like remove a gear out of it as the 8-speed. I'm really disappointed they didn't just do the 6-speed manual out of the Focus RS, because they clearly could have done that. I don't know why they didn't. Thank you, Tim C, for the super chat. Any mini truck projects? No. Not a Maverick, not a truck. I don't know what you mean by that. Will I review an EV charger? I'm not really interested in it. Kind of interested in the 6-pack one, maybe. Or when they inevitably stick a Hemi in it, like that's gonna happen. I know for a while people are saying you can't, it won't fit between the shock towers. They're definitely gonna stick a V8 in there. If I can stick a 4-cam Toyota V8 between the shock towers of a 74 Celica, they can absolutely stick a Hemi between the towers of that land yacht. Any recommendations for preventing corrosion on Jeeps? Yeah, the chassis backs. Just get some chassis backs and one of those little extendo straws with the head that's got a bunch of little holes around it so it sprays 360, and just go to town up inside any crevice you see. I shouldn't say it, literally every crevice under the vehicle, because there's inevitably something you probably shouldn't stick that in. That was almost innuendo. Have you seen they're bringing back the Celica? Yeah, supposedly. You're selling an 82 Datsun. No, I don't need another vehicle, but thanks. A Mirage ES. I wish I could do the long-term tester things, because I would have totally bought a brand new Mitsubishi Mirage Rally Art and manual swapped it. That was such a miss by not. They had the manual in the Mirage until 2023, I think. And then they came out with the Rally Art edition and discontinued the manual the same year. It's like, that was dumb. They should have had the manual in it. Do I have a favorite movie car like Eleanor Gone in 60 Seconds? Yeah. I have to think about that one. I'd really have to think about that one, because I would have to say Joe's 82 J10 Honcho from Twister. Although technically in the filming of that movie, they used a pre-1980 truck, because in the scene where the truck gets picked up and flipped by the tornado on its roof, you can notice in that first scene, the truck has the little visor built into the roof sheet metal. And then in other scenes in the movie, in the beginning, it doesn't. It's the slick top that just goes straight down to the windshield. And that's because they used two different, like, prior 80 truck and then a post 80 truck for those shots. And I think that the pretty shot truck was the one with the Levi interior, I think. Well, there's a question I wanted answered. Oh, the black 911 from the first Bad Boys? Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's like one of the only generations of Porsche I actually really like. Man, I missed it. There was something I wanted to answer and it disappeared. Oh well. What time is it? I'm gonna end this live stream at 5, because I was initially gonna do it until 5 and end it, and then I screwed up trying to launch this thing. So yeah, sorry for everyone that joined in when this started and I screwed up the live streaming software. I still don't know what I did. I think it's just my MacBook, because something's messed up on my MacBook. That's kind of a bummer. But before I go, I am starting a podcast. Like I said, I was initially going to launch it as like a Patreon only thing, but a lot of people brought up a very good point that because I don't have a huge Patreon following, that obviously not everyone on Patreon is going to watch it either, that I would be doing a lot of work for only a couple people watching it. So I'm going to figure out a way to make it so the people on Patreon get more out of the live stream than the people that aren't. So I might start the live stream or do a segment that is Patreon only. But I think I am going to do on my Give It the Beans channel, I think I'm going to do the podcast over there, or else like there will be no way to grow the podcast. No one will know it's there. So it's going to be part of the podcast, I might just do like short clips of it on my Give It the Beans channel, and then the full podcast will be on Patreon or something. I'm going to figure out a way to make it more beneficial for patrons and then still do stuff so it gets out there so you guys can see it. And then that's a Charlie doodle. He's going to wash his car. So I'm going to end the live stream, and I'll see you guys next month with another one. Maybe I can get this set up right next month. So, bye.